Hey guys, I think I'm live right now. Yeah. Hey guys, how are we doing? I apologise for being 15 minutes late. I do apologise. I was trying to be on time this time and everything like that. It just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. But you know, that's just the way it goes, unfortunately. But how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing very well, thank you. And before we get into everything today, I'm about to also simultaneously go live on TikTok. Now, I've downloaded the TikTok studio thing. I've set it all up to look exactly the same as the one that you see on YouTube. So I'm just going to see if we can bring in some new viewers. I'm just doing it now as we speak. So I'm going to set it live and I'm going to see what happens. Go live. I think it's working. Yeah, I'm also live on TikTok right now. Let's go. How is everyone on TikTok doing? There's probably nobody watching it right now, but yeah. So I'm just going to keep that simultaneously live. And I'll see how it goes. Now, is it registering the right microphone? Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, sorry about that, guys, if you're wearing headphones. I just had to check to see if the TikTok studio was using the right microphone as well. So I'm now live on both platforms in a proper way. Now, obviously, you can't see us on YouTube, but the cool thing about being live on TikTok is you can get all these cool things like follow goals in the corner right. I mean, you can get it on YouTube, but you got to sort it all out. TikTok just gives it to you straight away. Marvin, how we doing? Almost on time. Well, don't give me any excuses. I don't deserve any excuses. Yeah, I was late, and that is the way it is, unfortunately. But yeah, so let me go. What I'm going to do is I'm just trying to figure out where I want to get the chat up on. I want to get it up on my phone again. I quite like doing it like that. It's just easier for me. Just to read what everybody's saying, that sort of thing. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Where is it? There it is. That was an ad. Okay, yeah, that's easier for me. I can see it there now. And that means I can also monitor the TikTok one on screen so I know both things going on. Oh my god. Somebody on the TikTok one joined. Hey TikTok people, just so you know, I'm streaming on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. That's pretty sick, bro. Anyway, so we're going to talk about mainly just Assassin's Creed stuff today with Mirage. For the main topic, I wanted it to be like, what more leaks are we going to see? How many more are we going to see, if we're going to see any? And we can kind of just discuss that. Like, are we actually going to see any more leaks? Is it going to be gameplay leaks? Will it be more screenshots? Will it be anything like that? We're just going to kind of go into detail with that stuff today. As well as just chilling out, relaxing, having a good time and stuff like that. So that's what it's going to be today. A little bit of a mix of chilling out, chatting, and Assassin's Creed Mirage leaks. So that's going to be the main thing. Ashy, how you doing? Hello. You say hello, guys. There's not too many. Oh, there's 7 people watching. I take it back. I don't know how many people will be watching today, but usually more people get in, you know, as we go along. And obviously, as I said, there's people watching on as well as on YouTube, on TikTok as well. So that's all new to me. I haven't streamed on TikTok before, but it's quite cool, I suppose. I don't know. I'm trying to see where the chat will show up on there. Oh, it will show there for me. All right, cool. Also, I haven't eaten anything today, so I have a quick tiger bread sandwich. You know, tiger bread. It's like the nice bread. So I need to eat this. Because this is gonna be what, like an hour 48, 2-hour stream, and I haven't eaten anything yet. So I'm gonna have to eat that. Yeah. So that's gonna be the main thing, and send me some stuff in the chat while I eat this sandwich. Wow, that's a good sandwich, bro. I don't like the idea of people watching me eat, but and I don't want you guys to hear me chewing either. That's pretty gross. That wasn't a good idea, really, eating on stream, is it? So, what do you guys want to talk about first? When it comes, well, ask the questions, and we'll see what we start talking about. You can stream on TikTok? Question mark. Yeah, you can. There's like a whole. If I got food in my teeth right now, hang on. Nah, I'm good. Yeah, with TikTok, you can literally download a whole similar thing to OBS on the PC. You can get it up like exactly like YouTube, and you can stream, which I only figured out not too long ago because it alerted me saying, "Oh, do you want to live stream?" So I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So that's what you can do on there. Do you know what I'm gonna do real quick? I'm literally just gonna run around the corner, eat my sandwich in like not even a minute, like 10 seconds, and I'm gonna run back because I don't want to just be giving you guys dead air. But if I do it real quick, I'll come back. I'm gonna be literally 1 second. Scram the sandwich. Oh my god, why does this shit always happen? I'm back! Bro, I just disappeared for no reason. But I'm back now. What? What is going on? I think that I got a lot of views on TikTok. Really? Me not even doing anything. How many have I got? No, I think I've only got 3. Oh, do you mean in general? Sorry guys, I know that I'm still learning with this whole streaming shit, you know? I'm still learning. But you know what? I'm back and I'm not going to leave the room now. Anyway, it's good to see you guys. As I said, we're going to be talking about, like, we're just going to... I just want to know or to discuss with you guys if we think we're going to see any more leaks, you know? Because I think it's very possible. At the same time, you know, it's not too long until gameplay. Maybe they only want to show literally just pretty much one thing, plus a couple, like, glasses, reflection screenshots, you know? So maybe that's all, but, yeah, we can talk about that today. That's kind of the main thing. I think one last leak is coming on the way. Do you think? Yeah, I mean, we've got a bit more time. I guess if you look at the timeline, you know, when did we get the gameplay leak? I'm pretty sure I posted the video the same day as it came out, so... 8 days ago we got the gameplay leak, and then we got the glasses reflection thing like literally a day or 2 later. So maybe he's gonna try and do one little one a week, maybe, or something like that, or maybe that's too much. So maybe we're gonna get the next one, if we do, sometime this, like today or tomorrow or through the week. Who knows? But I think if we are gonna get any more, it's probably gonna be sometime in the week coming, maybe. Well, whatever it is, I'm going to be staying up to date on it, and I'm going to obviously make a video about it with whatever we get. unless it's like a glasses reflection thing. Then I'll just have to look at it on live or something. But if it's something substantial, I'll definitely make a video about it. So that's the plan for that one. Honestly, I don't know. It keeps saying people join the stream on TikTok, right? But then it keeps telling me there's only total views 4, but then I can literally count on screen more than 4 people that have joined. So I don't quite get that. I really don't. I think most people are joining on the TikTok and then just leaving straight away. Because I think what it is, I have no idea really, but I think you're scrolling through TikTok, right? And it's just like scrolling through videos, but then all of a sudden one of them's a stream, and you're like, oh, right, and you've technically joined the stream, but you don't care, so you keep going. I think that's what it is. I honestly don't know. I'm guessing my theory for the TikTok live stream today is that not many people are going to be bothered about it on TikTok because, you know, people who just see the TikTok TikTok videos of me, they don't see my face, do they? They just see the shorts, whatever you want to call it. So they're there for that, but they have no idea who I am really, unless they watch the YouTube as well. So I think they probably see me. And like, who the hell's that? I don't care about this guy. We care about his AC Law videos, but we don't care about this guy. So I imagine it's going to be like that. For a while at least, until more people follow on the TikTok, and then they come over to the YouTube, and they go, oh yeah, he's quite a cool guy. Maybe he's not a cool guy, maybe he's just a weirdo. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Maybe they get to know me more. People might enjoy the streams on TikTok as well. I don't really know. One thing I will do though is I will go on the TikTok app on my phone just to see what the live looks like on mobile, because again, I have no clue. I don't use TikTok, I really don't. If I want memes and stuff or whatever, I use Instagram Reels, you know, because me and my friends will be like DMing memes to each other back and forth and everything like that. So I never really look on TikTok when it comes to that stuff, because I see it all on Instagram. I'm like, and TikTok can, like, as I create, like, posting videos and stuff, TikTok's great, but I just don't understand it when it comes to, you know, viewing content. I'm like an old person when it comes to that. I see, on my account, I don't see anything to indicate that I'm live. So how does that work? How does that work in any way? If I go to a different account and then look myself up, maybe? I'm just very curious right now, seeing it's the first time I've properly streamed on TikTok. Obviously, I kind of did it last week, but it was just on the phone and it just lasted 10 minutes and didn't work very well. But then it said I had like 97 viewers, which is weird. So I really don't understand this shit. Oh wait, you can't swear on TikTok, can you? How's that gonna work? It gets removed, I guess. Yeah, I just want to see if it actually shows up for me live. The XR AC. Does that find me? Yeah, it does. Alright. Oh, okay, it's live like this. It's live like that. And you click on your face. Oh, okay, so it shows up like that. That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool. How many people are watching, does it say? 1. And that's me! That's me! That's funny. Alright. Doesn't matter. We're gonna ignore that. Okay. So, main thing is the leaks, but I just want to chill today. Like, I don't really have a major sort of plan for today. I just want to see what you guys have to say, and we can just talk about it from there. Louis Sheridan, let's go. He's the guy he's in the chat. He was the guy that was on live, not Cam, the time before when I had somebody on. He was on here with me. Heard any more about the gameplay? No, not really. This isn't really this isn't really news today with the stream. It's just kind of discussion. Are we going to see more? That's the whole thing. So what do you think? Do you think we're going to see more leaks when it comes to gameplay or anything? It doesn't even have to be gameplay. It could be just a gameplay screenshot. I'm trying to think, character leaks, you know, like AC Codename Red had technically a leak, but it's also kind of like a rumor. That's, you know, they had 2 characters, playable characters, one being a shinobi, one being a samurai. So we could get leaks like that with Mirage, like, the new characters, because if we go on the Assassin's Creed Mirage website, which I'll get it up, why not? I'll get it up right now. I'll get it up, and then I'll switch screens. Hang on. Because if we go on their website, we can see, which I'll show you guys, React. We can see if we go to the bottom of the screen, we've seen all this. It's coming soon, coming soon. So there's 2 more characters that are going to obviously be prevalent throughout the game. Rosham we know, because obviously we saw her in the trailer, and then we got that Valhalla DLC update thing where she was a character in the game. But these 2 new characters, who are they going to be? Are they going to be assassins, or are they going to be, you know, more political figures in the city of Baghdad, like in Assassin's Creed 2, when there was Medici, and there was Lorenzo. No, that was Lorenzo, right? Yeah. And there was, I'm trying to think of other characters. I don't know, but like people like that, are we going to have those be characters where they are assassins, but they're also kind of like more political figures, and they don't wear the robes because they're more out and about in the world and you interact with them? Is it going to be more like that? Or are those 2 characters here, where it says coming soon, going to be the antagonists? Is it going to be whoever the main sort of bad guy's going to be? Because obviously we know there's going to be the main faction of the Templars, but with every Assassin's Creed game, there's always one main, you know, Grand Master. Obviously they're not going to be called Templars at this time in history in Assassin's Creed Mirage, going to be the Order of Ancients, but I'm just so used to saying Templars, you know what I mean? So maybe the coming soon thing is going to be after we get another trailer, like a story trailer, we find out who the antagonist is, and he's going to be there, and then another character, whoever that might be, like, is going to be there. I don't know, like a modern day person, maybe. Although I think if we see any modern day, it's just going to be William Miles and, you know, modern day Basim, which I'm very curious to how they're going to balance modern day Basim with, you know, Animus Basim. That would be curious. That would be curious. Is that a correct phrase? That would be curious. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Ashley says, I have an idea for something we could do today. You know how streamers watch videos and react to them? Yeah, we can do that. I actually sorted out the audio finally for myself, so I can actually hear it. Because the other week, let me go back to the normal thing. Hang on. The other week when I was trying to play the gameplay for you guys, and I've had it on loop, and I had no idea the audio was playing, and it was going doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I had no clue, and then I watched it back, obviously later on in the day after we'd streamed, and I couldn't stop laughing. It was so funny. Like, honestly, I couldn't stop laughing for a good like 5-10 minutes. It was just, you couldn't even barely hear my voice, and all you could hear was doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It was so funny. I've laughed about it too much to laugh again now, but because I laughed so much. But it was funny. I almost thought about putting that as a little, you know, that clip in the supercut video I did, but I didn't in the end. I thought, nah, just leave it. But it was funny. It was very funny. That's just classic me, really, isn't it? Like when I'm streaming, I don't really know what I'm doing, and I fuck up here and there. Sorry, I went for hard because I was like, oh yeah, I'm on TikTok. You can't say the F word on TikTok, can you? But I guess honestly, I don't really know what it's like with TikTok, how many rules there are. Hey, there's somebody in chat on TikTok. Kiane. Hi, he says. Hi, how you doing? Just so you know, however many people are watching on TikTok, I'm also streaming on YouTube. So if you see me saying, oh, this person said this person said that, and you're like, well, they're not in the chat. It's because they're in the chat on YouTube. You don't have to go to YouTube. It's exactly the same stream. It's a simultaneous thing. So I just thought I'd stream on both today. But yeah. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, Ashley, elaborate on what you're talking about. If you have any ideas of things you want me to react to, if it's Assassin's Creed stuff or whatever, put it, or anything, just let me know. Put it in the chat, tell me what it is, and we can definitely do that. Why not? Yeah, so I'm just having to think about how, kind of what direction we can take this today. Yeah, I mean, a reason I couldn't stream, well, I thought I wasn't going to be able to stream, and then I all of a sudden was able to stream. It's, I thought that I was basically, with my work, because I obviously, I do a lot of things, so I mean, YouTube is not really a work, is it? It's not really work, 'cause it doesn't really pay any money, it's more of a hobby, but, you know, I guess I'll say, I do YouTube, but I also do, I'm a freelance video editor, so I basically, you know, edit videos for different companies, whether it's for their website, their own YouTube channels, whatever, I do that as well. And I also work for a company as well, which I won't say what it is, but I basically have 3 jobs technically. So I was really busy, and I thought that I was going to be working over the weekend, which I was. But I thought it was going to be a really long shift, and it wasn't. It was a lot shorter. So I finished earlier on today, and I was like, oh, hang on, all right, I do have time. I do have time to stream later. So that's when I gave you guys the update, and I was like, you know what, I can stream. And I don't really like. I hope I didn't mess you guys around, because I don't like doing that. You know, I genuinely didn't believe I could not stream, and I was like, shit, I really wanted to, but I couldn't. And then I could, so I updated you guys, which is cool. React to, okay, what are we saying? There's a Leo K Rogue video about his ideal AC game. Alright, cool. And react to Unity parkour clips. And Military Soft, how you doing? Good to see you. So yeah, we can do stuff like that. For sure. Christian Hunter on TikTok joined. I don't know if I should read out everybody's names that joined. It just came up and I just read it. Anyway. Yeah, alright, why not? I'll see if I can find the clip, and then I'll switch to the screen. If you have if you know like the title for the video, then I can do that for sure. Well, I mean, I'm gonna look it up anyway, but it will speed things up if you know the title. The world's loudest keyboard is back. Somebody put that in the chat a few weeks ago. They were like, bro, you have the world's loudest keyboard right now. I don't know what I'm looking for. Hello. Well, oh, when you said Rogue, I thought you meant like Assassin's Creed Rogue. That's his name, Leo K brackets Rogue. Did he used to be called that or something? Like, I'm pretty sure I probably watched this guy's videos back in the day. I just don't really remember. Yeah, just let me know and we can react to it. I just don't know what I'm looking for right now, but anyway. Do you know, my trousers, I'm not wearing them right now. Well, I am wearing obviously something. But the jeans that I usually like, everybody has their favorite pair of jeans that they always wear. It's just what they wear. They love it. It's great. I have this pair which are amazing. I've had them for like 2 years, and they're great. They fit perfect. They look great. You know, I love them. And with me for jeans, I can never. What am I saying? I struggle to find a good pair. I really do. I can't just buy a pair in a shop. It just doesn't work for me. I don't know why. It just doesn't. I have to find like the perfect pair. Anyway, this pair's got a massive hole right by the crotch area. Massive hole. But until I get them sorted out, like get them sewn up or whatever, they're still my favourite jeans, and no jeans fit like them. So I've just been wearing them with a massive hole in the bottom. And it's just what I've been doing. And honestly, unless you're literally down there, you're not going to see the hole. And it's not getting bigger. It's not a small hole, I'll say that, but it's not getting bigger. The only way you can ever see the hole is if I'm literally sat and you're literally sat opposite me, then you're probably going to see it, and there's no table in the way. I had to get the bus the other day. And I was sat on one of those like side seats, and I was literally opposite someone else sat in a side seat, and we were like facing each other, and my legs were like, you know, just sat there, and I knew that they could definitely see the hole in my jeans, because it was right there, and it was like not eye level, but you know, there was nothing in the way to obstruct the view, and I know for sure somebody definitely saw that hole in my jeans, so I really need to get it sorted out, but I haven't, and I just love them. I can't stop wearing them. Anyway, no one cares about that. Just look up Leo K Rogue ideal AC game. There's a rant video. Alright, I'll have a look. When Mirage releases, you need to upload a walkthrough of the game where you react to the game. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stream it, and then after I've streamed it, you know, I'm gonna be recording all of that gameplay that I stream as well, so that I can then go in and make videos like, here's where you can find this robe. Here's where you can collect all of the whatever you can collect, which unlocks this robe. Or I don't know, something like that. Whatever we get in the game, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do like is the parkour really as good as Unity type video, where I compare me playing Mirage parkour, mix it with there. And I'm going to say, okay, well, what sort of parkour is this? Is it new? Is it like Valhalla? Is it like Unity? There's been always discussion. We're going to actually decide that today. I'm going to do videos like that. The limit is endless when it comes to ideas for Mirage when it comes out. So it's going to be a lot of things. I'm not going to do like specific walkthroughs with story, I don't think. I'm not going to do like in this level. Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm not just going to do a full game walkthrough from the beginning to the end when it just shows the game, because I'm like, I don't know. I just don't want to do that. I want to do like, here's the secret to this, here's the secret to that, and maybe that will be a little walkthrough of a mission that you have to do. Like, yeah, you want to go here, then you want to go in here, da-da-da-da-da. So it might be stuff like that. I don't know. We're going to have to wait until the game comes out before I can really know what I'm going to do, obviously, because we haven't seen it. When we see it, when we play it, I'll know exactly what I want to do. And so will you guys. I'm sure you'll give me a lot of suggestions. Hello, Westboro Shadows. How you doing? Alright, let's react to this video then. I'm going to trust Ashy here and we're going to do it. Leo K. Rogue Ideal AC game. Alright. Ideal AC game. We could also do some AI stuff later, like we did before, maybe. That's really fun, so we could do that. This is 3 years ago. Is it a stream highlight? It says my ideal AC game rant. I think that's what you said, right? Yeah. Alright. I'm pretty sure audio will work. Bear with. I know I haven't switched the screen over yet. I haven't forgot. I'm just gonna get it ready, then I'll flick it over. Flick it over? Why do humans say things like that? Like, flick it over. What do you mean flick? What do you mean flick? Like, what does that even mean? You know what I mean? Is the audio gonna work? Bro,
but that's baseline.
Don't tell me the audio's not gonna work. I literally fixed the audio the other day.
What about what it means?
Oh, mate, this is classic Exile streams, mate. Alright, bear with me. I'm gonna do what I did the other day to fix it. And I think what I did was this, default, wasn't it? That's what I did, and then maybe it's my thing muted. No. See, this is what happens. I literally fixed this yesterday, I think. So it's kind of annoying that now it's just, did it just reset my settings? This is OBS. Basically, every time I connect my mic, it thinks that the mic is the speaker, so it inputs audio, or the audio output comes from the speaker, but obviously it doesn't really, because it can't do that. So it's then muted for me, but then I fixed that the other day, so I clicked Advanced Audio Properties, I clicked Audio Properties, and I clicked Device, Default, that's what I did, and it worked. Maybe I should change it to, I'll just change it to everything and see what works. Does this work? Nope. The thing is, I know it's probably playing for you guys. You guys can hear it. I can't hear it, though. That's the issue. That was why we had that whole debacle the other week when I was blasting that clip for about 10 minutes straight, because I didn't know it was playing, audio. Alright, let's try that one. See if it works for me. No. New. Let's try... Default is the one that works, but I just don't know why it's not doing it now.
Fast and enemies die fast? The equation...
Alright, let me try one more thing. Program output. No. Preview output. Let's give that a go. I don't know what... Let's see what happens.
in Brotherhood is enemy...
No, that didn't work. So just in case I fucked that up, I'm gonna switch it back. It's just... No. If I switch... Jeez, look at that. Are you guys seeing the right thing? Yeah, you are. Guys, oh my god, this is so annoying. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that then, unfortunately. Again, I have issues with this OBS. I don't understand what it is, but I just do have issues with it. It's really weird. Maybe I need to add an audio output here. Oh, this could be it. This could be it. Oh, guys, I think I might have it. Sound. Alright, now let's Let's try it now.
Enemies die fast. I am a goddamn...
Doesn't work for me. I know it works for you guys, but obviously I can... If I can't hear it, how can I react to it, you know? Maybe I'll do properties. Oh, here we go. I actually might have it. I mean, I fixed the other day, so there's got to be a way.
Damn tank. I can eat
God,
hits
guys.
all...
What? Oh, this is pissing me off. If I can't do it in a second, we'll have to just sort it for another day. I don't know why it would work another day if it doesn't work today, but maybe I'll have some more time to figure it out properly. What? Any suggestions? With Mirage? Yeah. Could you make a video where you compare Ghost of Tsushima to AC in general? That would be a great video. I'd have to play the game first. I actually haven't played it yet. I know it's been out for like how many years. I just haven't played it yet. I will though, and I have the game. Like I have the game. I just haven't started it. So let me play the game, and I could definitely do something like that for sure. You know, if I feel that, oh yeah, this is similar in some ways, especially when, you know, with Codename Red and stuff. Yeah, I could definitely do that. But again, let me play the game, everything like digest it, and then I could do something like that. I'm gonna try one more thing to fix the audio. If it doesn't work, then I don't know. I have run out of options. I'm doing what I did the other day, which is the annoying thing. I don't know what that does, but maybe we can try that.
all day long.
Nah, it's
that's not what it should...
bro. Yeah, sorry about that. Hello, there's people on TikTok saying sup. Hello, good to see you guys. Sorry, I didn't have the chat up there. I had the chat on YouTube. Hey, somebody came up on the leaderboard. I don't know what all this stuff is, guys. There's a leaderboard I added to TikTok, and I don't know what it is. But somebody popped up on there, but now they've disappeared. So I'm sorry if I missed out on that. I don't know what that was. But if you want to get up on the leaderboard again, I guess do what you did. I don't know what it is, but do it again, and I'll see what it is. It's very small though. I might have to make it bigger. Should we just talk about the AC stuff and then we can figure out? Because I don't want to be messing about any longer. When it comes to Assassin's Creed Mirage gameplay, I think we're going to see one more. That's my theory, my speculation, that we're going to see one more bit of gameplay. And I think it might be parkour. Now, the only reason I say that, it's not based on anything. The only thing it's based off of is what we saw before and maybe what Ubisoft are asking Jonathan to do. So, I still have that theory. If you haven't heard it before, my theory is that Assassin's Creed Mirage gameplay being leaked by Jonathan is a kind of collaboration between Ubisoft and Jonathan. Because, firstly, yeah, Jonathan can know insiders and stuff like that. I just think it's very sus, very dodgy, leaking something under your own persona and not seeing any repercussions. I don't know, it just seems like if I was to leak something that I got my hands on from Ubisoft, I'd be shitting myself. I'd be like, oh my god, are Ubisoft going to, like, get me in trouble, send me a cease and desist for this video? Like, I don't know. So it's like, perhaps it makes sense to me at least that this is a whole marketing ploy by Ubisoft where they give Jonathan these clips, an early build of the game maybe, I don't know. They give him something. He then shows these cryptic little videos to hype people up, to get people like me making videos about them, about the gameplay, to get people gassed up for this, for Ubisoft Forward when they probably show gameplay. That's the theory. So with that theory in mind, I imagine that Ubisoft might say, alright, so, we're, in the future, they're going to say, right, we're 1 month away from Ubisoft Forward, or we're 2 weeks away. Well, we want to give you one more clip, and it's Basim doing a leap of faith, or climbing a tower. And when you dive off of that, why did I say that? When you show that clip, it's going to get everybody really excited, even more, because now we're properly seeing parkour, which everyone loves. Or we're seeing a leap of faith again, which everyone loves, something iconic. And it's going to get tons of views because everyone's going to talk about it. And it's going to hype everybody up. So then everyone, when I say everyone, I just mean the internet in general who are into Assassin's Creed. They're all going to be there on the dot for the Ubisoft live stream. And then they're going to get loads of views, loads of pre-orders, loads of money. That's my theory. It makes sense to me. Now, obviously, Jonathan is never going to say, and if you don't know who Jonathan is, you're new to this, he is the guy that's been leaking this stuff. He's this guy. Check out one of my last 2 videos if you want to, get up to date with that. But, and when I say last 2 videos, for the TikTok people, I'm talking about over on YouTube. The link for that is in my bio. But, obviously, I'm sure he would never reveal what is whether my theory is correct or not. He's not going to do that. He likes to be cryptic. That being said, now this is a deep cut and maybe we're looking into this too much. He never denied it because he commented on my video and he was like, wow, I love this. This is a great video. Da, 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 da. Obviously, he could have, I suppose, if he really wanted to say, oh, I like the theory, but, I'm not working with Ubisoft like that. He could have said that. And I'm not saying that means he is working with them. I'm not saying that at all. I think he likes to be cryptic and mysterious, and he likes people to wonder and question. So, of course, he's not going to reveal anything more. But somewhere in my brain, I'm thinking that means the theory is true. Which, again, there's nothing to say that it is or not. But, yeah, So, I don't know, it just makes a lot of sense to me. Do you guys agree with me, though? That's my question. Because I've said this theory before, but I don't know whether you guys mainly agree with me, or you think I'm just being crazy, and it's just clearly he just knows somebody that's just sending him some footage. Just let me know. I'd love to know. It's just something to think about, because I feel like if you know how he is getting these, or you at least have a good idea of how he's getting this leaked footage, I guess that gives you a better idea of if we might see more. Now, with this whole theory that I have, that he is working with Ubisoft to get this footage out for marketing, yeah, I do think we're going to see one more thing. As I said, something to do with parkour maybe, or combat, like the Hidden Blade, like an assassination. That would be really sick. Imagine we get a leaked bit of footage again, and this time it's not even as blurry, it's a little bit clearer, or something. And, Basim just starts assassinating a guard or something, and it's in like slow motion, he does a thing, and it would be sick. Everyone would be freaking out. It's not just running now, it's a Assassin's Creed iconic thing. Then I make a video about it, obviously, because I'm hyped up as hell. You guys are hyped up as hell. We're talking about it. Then all of a sudden, we go to stream our reactions to the Ubisoft Live. And we're having a great time. And there's loads of people watching because we're all excited because of those leaks. So yeah, that's my idea. So I do think we'll see maybe one more. And that's it's speculation based off of what I've presented there. It's not really evidence, is it? But it's speculation. So that's what I bring to the court. The court of Assassin's Creed. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll see more than one more. If we're going to see anything, it's going to be one more clip, I reckon. Because they're not going to bombard us, I don't think, or Jonathan's not. I think they want to show us one more thing, get us excited, because if you think about it, it's just under 2 months, isn't it? Or, yeah, pretty much, just under, a month and a half or something like that until we see the gameplay. If we believe we're going to see gameplay at Ubisoft Forward, which I'm like 99.9% sure that we will. So, yeah, I think that we are going to see something, but it's going to be one more thing. I'm trying not to repeat myself right now. I'm just trying to give myself an idea of what direction I want to take this conversation. Will it be a long clip now? It'll be a really short clip again, I think. Something we can loop as we talk about, a very similar thing. If we see it. And I think Jonathan will probably give something cryptic again, like, ooh, what could this be? It's a very nice day in Baghdad, like he said before. We can make jokes and laugh and have a good time. So yeah, that's what I think about that. Now, I don't really know what to say about leaks in general when it comes to that. I don't really know. Because that's kind of that's where I'm at with it. Ashley says he's got to be working with Ubisoft. Justin agrees with me. Yeah, it just makes a lot of sense. It seems more likely to me that is the case than him just getting these from an insider. Again, just based off of, can you legally do that, post that stuff? Now, I was talking to my dad actually about this the other day. He is actually, he's not as big of a gamer as me or probably you guys, but he plays video games and stuff. And that's probably why I'm into video games as I am, because he obviously showed me, you know, games and stuff when I was young, blah, 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 blah. So we were talking about this the other day, and he was saying, well, you know, if he was given the footage, he was not the one to distribute the footage, he just got given it, so wouldn't it be completely legal and within his rights to be able to broadcast it where he wants? And I thought, maybe. I don't really know where the legality lies within that stuff, to be honest. So maybe it could, you know, maybe he is just getting this from an insider, and he can't, literally Ubisoft just can't do anything about it, because the only thing they can do is prosecute or whatever the insider that's giving Jonathan the footage. And if they don't know who the insider is, then what can they do? Maybe, I think yeah, that's also possible. I don't know. It's when you don't know the law, it's hard to tell. It's hard to say. Because I guess he's not technically... Well, then again, you're saying he is technically distributing it, which means they could say, well, he was working in collaboration to illegally get this leaked footage out there. So then you could also say that. I think, realistically, it's just too much of a grey area legally to risk your whole online career leaking stuff under your own persona. Again, that leads into my theory that he's working with Ubisoft. The more I think about this, that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I think that's the way I see it. I think it would be too much of a risk. It would be for me. If I was getting access to this, sure, I'd want to maybe leak it to get everybody excited so we can talk about it and stuff. But not that I'm going to do this or ever going to do this. This is completely theoretical. If you hear that, Ubisoft, completely theoretical. But like, if I was to get access from an insider of leaked footage, and I was to then leak it, I wouldn't leak it under my own persona. I wouldn't just post it to my YouTube channel or my Instagram. I'd probably leak it on some burner account, some completely anonymous account. And then what I'd do is, I'd then make a video on my main YouTube saying, oh my god, somebody leaked this. And then I'd react to it, because then it's like, nobody knows that I leaked it myself. That's probably what I would do, theoretically, if I was to leak a clip from a game. So, so it's like, with Jonathan just doing it under his own persona, guys. It's just a little bit sus, bro. It's a little bit sus. So yeah, that's my theory for that. And that's kind of how I will leave that theory. I'll throw it up in the air for everybody else to decide for themselves, I guess. Pranit, I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, but hello, good to see you. I think I've seen you here before, right? Anyway, we can just talk about, I don't know what, it's because I don't know what I'm doing today. I should have really come out with a proper plan. I just kind of wanted to shoot the shit. It's a chill stream, as we said. We're just chilling. I guess you guys can have this on in the background while you play a game, or while you work, or while you go for a walk. You can do what you want. That's because it's chill. I still find it funny how I just ran away to eat a sandwich, like, right at the beginning of the stream. Wow, I'm such an idiot. I should have just eaten it before, but I was like, I haven't got time to eat it before. Because I'm already late as it is. So I just came on to eat it, and then I thought, actually, this is not going to be a good idea, because you're going to hear me go, like, and I was like, I don't want people to hear me chewing. And then it's like, I might get food in my teeth, and I want to sort it out, but then there's people watching. I was like, let me just run over there and eat it and come back. That's probably the best thing I can do at this point. but yeah. So, I want to talk about Assassin's Creed stuff, but I don't want to go over things that I've talked about before. I know we've already talked about, will Assassin's Creed Mirage be good? But that's such a broad term. But like, will it be like the older games? Will it be like the newer games? We talked about that. Do you know though, after seeing this gameplay, or at least whatever it is, it makes me think that it's going to be a lot more like the RPG games than we would like it to be. Now, I could be wrong, and also, it could just be an early build of the game where they hadn't created new animations for Basim, so it was just using Valhalla's, because they just imported it in, before they updated it to its own new, faster, more better paced, you know, running animations and stuff like that. I don't know. But if it is going to look like that, originally I thought it looked like Unity running, but then the more I looked at it, as I said in the video, it looked more like Valhalla running animations, and it had that sort of clunky feel to me. Now, you might know what I mean, or you might not, but when I played like Valhalla, it just felt very slow and clunky to me when you ran compared to older games. Like with games like Unity, I just say that as an example because it's in that newer, modernized version of the engine, so it's easier to compare than the older ones. But with the older ones, sorry, with Unity, when you ran, it was very fast paced. It felt very quick, and that's just the way it was. But with Valhalla's, I found personally that it felt very slow and sluggish, and very like he was a very heavy character, weighted down by his armor. And I suppose he was, because he was a Viking, but wearing all this armor. But he felt very like Unity's was like, but Valhalla's was more like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, though. If that's a visual indication of how it made me feel, and like. I'm not saying the running animations looked bad. It just felt very clunky. And I remember, obviously, when Valhalla came out, I played it, and until I finished it. And I think it took me like 80 hours to finish, or something like that. Then I took I just stopped playing the game because the side quests in Valhalla, I mean, some were quite funny and cool, but most of them were a bit boring. It was just a quick thing, you're done, you move on. It wasn't like a Witcher 3 side quest, for example, or a Skyrim side quest where its own little story. It wasn't really like that. It was very small and just tiny little, more activities than missions, wasn't it? Like the guy who invented the Worcestershire sauce. You can meet him and help him out with the sauce, and then you move on. It's not really a quest, it's more of just like a world event. Anyway, I know there was side quests in the game, but I'm just talking like the majority of the side activities, I suppose. Anyway, let me try and remind myself where I'm getting at with this. Just give me a sec. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, anyway, I took a break from it, that's what I was saying. So I came back when I didn't play the Wrath of the Druids DLC. I originally bought like the season pass when I thought the DLCs were going to be like really good and stuff. But I never played the Wrath of the Druids one because it just didn't look very fun to me. I started it and I got to Ireland and then I just never played it again. Because to me, the whole mystical aspect of Assassin's Creed is just not for me. I didn't like the series to start with because of mystical fantasies. I liked it because it was this historical, more sci-fi mysterious game, and it was more mysterious from what it didn't show you rather than what it did, It was mysterious and sci-fi-like and intriguing because it alluded to all these weird things, but it never straight up just showed it to you like the ones who came before, until later in the game where they just kind of showed it to you. Anyway, I didn't play Wrath of the Druids, but then when the Siege of Paris one came out, I didn't play it straight away, but I did end up playing it because I already had it, because I had the season pass thing. And I truly believed Eivor was going to become an assassin in that, because everybody was thinking he was, for some reason. Not that we ever got told he was going to be, but for some reason everyone just thought he was going to be an assassin in that one. I guess because the main story of that is just taking out the Order of Ancients in Paris, right? So I was really excited. I was like, hey, he's going to become an assassin. This is going to be like a proper Assassin's Creed sort of storyline, and I can't wait. So I go to play it, see how it's going to be. And it wasn't. It had nothing to do with the assassins. Eivor still, at the end, was like, I don't want to be an assassin. I don't even think he said that. I don't even think they even talked about assassins. It was just what it was. He came over, he killed some Order of Ancients. He said, well done, now you're on the throne in this area. No worries, I'm glad I helped, but I must go back to England. And then it ended. It was fun though, like I'm not gonna lie. I actually quite enjoyed that Siege of Paris DLC because I enjoyed the black box missions of that. Those were fun. Like gameplay wise, it was fun. But yeah, I was a bit disappointed when we didn't get an assassin storyline, or Eivor didn't become an assassin. He still said fuck the assassins pretty much. And every time the main characters are like, I don't want to be an assassin, I was like, it just felt like a slap in the face. Anyway, what was I trying to say? I came back to the game. Alright, I went on a tangent, but what I was trying to say was, I took a big break from the game, and then I came back. And when I came back, I was reminded of how sluggish and clunky Eivor felt. When you're moving, it feels like you're just going like, move, move. That's what it felt like to me. Obviously, you get used to it again, and it doesn't feel like that all the time. But when I took that break and came back to it, I forgot how clunky and sluggish it felt. So, with Mirage, I have concern that they're just going to completely reuse the same assets when it comes to, well, the same animations when it comes to running and climbing, and it's going to feel really sluggish. Now, as I said, with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, there was, you could argue that there was an excuse because he was weighted down by huge big robes on top of his armor, and he had all these weapons and shields. Although that's probably not a real good excuse, you could technically argue that the case for that. You can't argue that with Basim because he's a quick, nimble, agile assassin who is just wearing not thin, but he's just rowing. No, he's not rowing. He's just wearing robes. So you can't even lore-wise or story-wise excuse sluggish, clunky animations for your running and your parkour like it was in Valhalla. So when I see this gameplay, it just looks the same as Valhalla's to me. And there's some of you that say it looks like Unity's. And, the more I look at this gameplay, the more my brain just kind of doesn't know what it's seeing, starts getting confused, and it could be all manner of things. But you know what I mean? The more you look at stuff, the more you confuse yourself, and you're like, was it this? I originally thought this, but now I'm seeing this and this and this. And also, there's people in the comments saying it's just Origins. It's not Origins. They're like, he's wearing a shield. Trust me, I've looked at that clip. He's not wearing a shield. Hey, Declan. I don't know how to say your name, but I've seen you here many times before. Yo, good to see you. Bro is tweaking. Was it me? Was I tweaking? I'm 100% sure what we saw is not an early build. Yeah, it could. Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, again, I like to look at all possibilities, give it the benefit of the doubt until we actually know. But yeah, you're probably right. I bet it was actually a small clip from what we'll see in June. Yeah, I was thinking that too. It makes sense, doesn't it? It's probably the gameplay footage we're going to see, like the little presentation. It's already made, isn't it? Because they're probably getting it ready to be shown. Of course, they're going to be making it, down the line so that when the event comes about, it's ready to be shown. Also, Ubisoft Forward, I don't even know if it's going to be live. Obviously, it will be live. We'll watch it live, but it's pre-recorded, right? I mean, this one might not be, but I know the first one we watched in September with the reveal of Mirage, that was pre-recorded. So it might already exist. The gameplay presentation and the whole Ubisoft Forward event might already exist. It might be done and ready. I wouldn't be surprised. So with that being said, maybe the gameplay leak we saw is literally that Ubisoft Live event MP4 file, the hour-long MP4 file or whatever. Maybe that is what we're looking at. We're just looking at the event and the Assassin's Creed Mirage part of it. Maybe Jonathan has seen... That makes a lot more sense to me, actually. That makes so much more sense. I didn't think about that. Yeah, Ubisoft have sent, or the insiders, whatever, have sent Jonathan the Ubisoft Forward live event ahead of time. He's seen it. He's done it. That makes more sense to me. And he's watching the event, and then he shows a quick clip when they get to the Mirage part. That makes a lot of sense to me. That's what I imagine. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense to me, actually. So I think that's probably what it is. So yeah, Ashley, you're right. It's probably gameplay from the actual presentation. And just reading your other chat, sorry. In what little we could see, it felt like Baston's animation looks fast and smooth. Okay, so you disagree with me. You think it's fast and smooth. See, I like to see that. I like to hear you guys say that because, as I said, the more I look at it, the more I just can't tell. So it's good to see that there are people who do think it looks more smooth. I'm happy to hear that. Marius says, hey man, how you doing? And then yo Exile, what's your barber schedule? Every 2 days you're looking fresh. Do you know what though? I actually didn't get thank you. I didn't get a haircut for like 2 weeks before this. Maybe it wasn't 2 weeks, a week and a half or something. Because I went for one, and then the next week after that, I think I didn't have time or something. And then I almost didn't think I was going to have time this week, but then I did yesterday. So I got one. So it's like, I don't actually get them all the time. It's just... Fucking stupid kids outside my house, mate. Shut up, bro. Bro, it pisses me off, man. I gotta be to say this quietly. Listen, can you hear that? Bro, what's wrong with you? There's this... I can't say it too loud, but there's this kid next door. He's got, like... I feel a bit bad for him, because he's clearly got some issues, like anger issues. He's always, like, shouting at his friends. Getting angry. He's always, not bullying, but he's always, like, getting so mad at his friends. And, like, he's horrible to them. He's got, like, anger issues or something, and now he's really angry again. I think you guys could probably hear that, right? Fuck off. He pisses me off. I don't like him. He's annoying. Bro, he plays on my lawn all the time. And I'm like, bro, I don't say anything. But I look at him like, what are you doing playing on my lawn? Like, go on your own. It's so weird. Anyway, I'm moving out soon anyway. Anyway, moving on back to what we were talking about. Oh, shit. I need to put some clothes in the wash. It's right, I'll do it in a minute. I'll do it in a bit. Do it after the live. Oh my god. I'm just reading what TikTok messages said on my live thing. It says, viewers in... host... Okay. It says hosts must be 18 or older to go live. I thought it said viewers must be 18 or older to recharge and send gifts. Okay, I got scared there. I thought they'd like age restricted my live, and I got a bit worried because like nobody's gonna watch it on TikTok then, are they? Yeah, I got a bit worried then. But anyway, it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, it's good to see there's like a decent amount of people watching today. Obviously, it's not as much as there was last week because that's to be understood. That's to be expected because obviously last week was when we had all the leaks. So there was a lot of people getting ready to, for us to talk about the leaks. But we've got half the amount yesterday than last week. But that's still a decent amount. That's still more than what I get usually anyway. So I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, guys, let me know in the chat if you have any questions about Assassin's Creed, Mirage, myself, anything. And that we can get talking about that. The Ubisoft Forward thing being sent around to creator makes more sense yeah, it does. It does make sense. To be honest, I'm surprised I didn't think about that properly before. It still leans into my whole Ubisoft working with him theory. But it's like, they're sending it out early to creators, maybe. If only I was big enough for them to send it to me first. But you know what? Do you know what, though? I'd rather watch it live with everybody else. I'd rather have the real reaction live with all you guys, to be honest. So, there you go. Yeah, so... oh, look, something came up on TikTok again. I can't read it. It's too small. What does it say? Should I just make it real big? What does it say? Oh, it's gone again. Oh. I don't know what it said. It said, like, somebody popped up on the leaderboard. I wanted to see what it was. Now I've made it too big. Now I've fucked up. Oh, well, that'll do. Again, it says it again. What does it say? Rank. I think it's just when people join. I'm just an idiot, mate. I just didn't know what it was. Jeez, now I'm trying to resize it. What's going on? Alright, that'll do. Alright, well, to anyone new watching right now, we're talking about Assassin's Creed Mirage. Well, we were talking about Assassin's Creed Mirage leaks. And then we were just talking about the game. And then we're just talking about Mirage and Assassin's Creed. We're just chatting. We're chilling. We're chatting. We're having a good one. So, yeah. What's the time? It's 4:15. We've been going for almost an hour. Or just over an hour. just over an hour. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know. You know, I don't want to drag this out. You know, I don't want to just be rambling. Mirage is classified, from what I hear, extremely classified, except for Jonathan, of course. Yeah, for some reason he gets a pass. Where have you heard that? Just please elaborate. I would love to know more. It makes sense that obviously it's gonna be this big. Nobody can know about this thing unless they want people to know about it for marketing purposes. All Ubisoft games are classified till they themselves get leaked. Get them leaked. Yeah, literally. I do truly believe, and again, this is all a theory of its own, but I've always believed that Ubisoft have leaked their own games because it's just, I remember growing up being into Assassin's Creed basic, I guess my whole life at this point, pretty much. Well, not my whole life, but you know, just with every game pretty much leaking every single year, it's like, come on, they've got to be leaking them themselves because it's clever, you know? It probably leaked accidentally one year and they thought, alright, that got us some good hype around the game, we're going to leak it ourselves next year. I remember, I'm not sure about AC2 and stuff, but because I was too young to remember them, but let me think about this. AC1 came out and I probably played it for the first time like months after it came out because I was 7. My dad had it. He was playing it. And he'd let me watch him play it. And he'd let me run around Masyaf and stuff in Jerusalem. But he wouldn't really let me play the main story because he thought it was probably too mature or whatever. But he'd let me just run around and fuck about. But then obviously I get a bit older and I actually get the game myself and I play it myself. But to be honest, I think that was after AC2. So then I'm just having a bit of fun in AC1. I don't really get it, but I'm just having fun. AC2, I remember, got announced at E3, 2008 or 9 or something? 2009. And I remember, right, I was in my old house with my parents, converted the attic. They converted it into a bedroom. It was this nice big bedroom. And my dad was, on it. He had a little computer desktop up there. This was, remember, 2009. So it would have been some Windows XP type beat. You know what I mean? So he calls me up to the room. He's like, look at this, son. I'm like, what is it? He shows me his trailer. He's like, see if you can figure out what game this is. And I remember he shows me the CGI reveal trailer of AC2. And not until the end did I realise it was AC. And I remember Ezio shows up. And I was like, oh, Assassin's Creed. He's like, yeah. Obviously didn't know who Ezio was at this point. He was a new character. That's so sick. Anyway, I play it again. I'm a bit young, so I play it, but I'm just fucking about. I'm not getting into the story. I'm just having fun with my dad's copy. Then Brotherhood comes out in 2010, and that was the first time. I was a little bit older then. I was kind of old enough to actually play it and understand it. I mean, I was 9. But still, I played it, and I actually properly played it, got invested in the story, had a great time. I actually finished the game before my dad finished it, I remember. I was playing it, and I finished it before him. And then I thought it was great. The game was left on a cliffhanger. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Can't wait for the next one. And then, in between Brotherhood and Revelations, I went back and I played AC1 and 2 properly and actually really enjoyed the games and learned about the characters, the stories and everything. And that was when I was properly then invested. Then Revelations comes out, and I literally remember where I was every single Assassin's Creed game. It's crazy. Let me know if you guys have your own stories as well. I'd love to read out your own stories. But, yeah, Revelations comes around, and I remember, I probably didn't buy it on release day because, I had pocket money, I had to save up to get the game. I probably got it a week after it came out or something, but me and my dad, we went into town, the city where I live, and we went for breakfast on a Saturday morning. And if you guys are from UK, I'm pretty sure there's quite a lot of these. There's those cozy club restaurants. So we were there, and we were having a full English breakfast. And I remember before we went there, I went to you remember the shop Game? They still got a few around in the UK. Just Game. I went to just Game, and I bought Revelations with my pocket money. I was so excited. And we went to go have breakfast, and I had it on the table next to me. I was like, oh, look at that game. It had the black plastic case, all branded dark. And then it said it contains Assassin's Creed 1 as well. and I had it on the table. I was looking through the booklet. I was so excited. And I remember the waiter came up to me and he was like, "Oh, Assassin's Creed Revelations." It must have been out for a week then, because he was like, "Yeah, I finished it already." And in my head, in my like 9-year-old brain, I was like, "He's already finished it? It just came out." And I couldn't believe it. Little did I know it was a very short game, which is not actually a bad thing because it's just perfect, that game. It doesn't have to be long, you know? Anyway, and then I go back, play the game, and then I remember AC3 got leaked. That was the first game I remember being leaked. I'm sure Revelations probably leaked as well, I just don't remember, but AC3 was leaked. I remember we got the colonial concept art was leaked. I remember that. And nobody knew whether it was legit, though, or not legit. And then there was a timer. There was a countdown on the Assassin's Creed website, and it was Assassin's Creed 3 reveal. And it was like a day or two timer. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, what's it going to be? Is it going to be a trailer? What's it going to be?" And I remember all we saw was just a picture of the snow. Just a picture of the snow, and I think there was like smoke coming up in the distance. And it had a timer for like however many days. I remember my first ever phone was an HTC Explorer. It was these. Shall I see if I can get a picture of my first ever phone looks like? It was so shit. Explorer. HTC Explorer. Oh my god, here's the phone. It was the tiniest. Yeah, bro, this is the phone. Hang on, give me a sec. I'll switch screens. Look, this was my phone. This was my phone. I had that phone. And I remember it had 3G, not 4G. 4G, I don't even think 4G existed at that point. We had 3G. And I was looking at the timer on my phone. I was like, "Oh my god, it's counting down." Every day I'd look at the timer, like it would go faster if I looked. I don't know. And I remember I used to go for swimming lessons. There's like this university in my city, and they did like in the big Olympic sized pool, they did like swimming lessons for kids as well, like the kid version. So I didn't really enjoy it, but like my parents made me do it. So I would go to that like every Monday, something like that, after school. And the timer was about to finish counting down while I was in the car on the way to swimming with my mum. And my 3G connection was so bad. Anyway, the countdown goes to 0 and a video loads up. And it's the reveal cinematic trailer for AC3. And it's, what is it? Like the red coats or blue coats, whatever you call them, marching across a winter sort of snowy landscape, and then it just cuts and it says Assassin's Creed 3 or something like that. But I had to watch that in like 240p because my 3G on my tiny HTC Explorer was so shit, and I was in the car. I had to watch it in lowest quality ever. I remember. And then, did Black Flag leak? I can't remember. I remember where I was though when I got it. I was at I used to stay over my grandparents' houses quite a lot when I was younger. I'd go over for like 2 days on the weekend or something, 2 nights or 1 night. And one of my grandparents, well, they both kind of did, but one definitely a lot more than the other. Like, used to spoil me a lot, used to buy me whatever I wanted and stuff like that. You know what grandparents are like. So Black Flag comes out, and we're in the game shop, and I'm like, I'm not trying to say, "Can I have this?" But I'm like, "Oh, this game looks so cool. I can't wait to play this." And so she ends up buying it for me. And I used to take my PS3 over to my nan's house, and I used to have this tiny little monitor screen because her TV was so old it wouldn't work with HDMI. So I'd have to bring my own little monitor over, put it in front of the TV, plug in my PS3, and then I got Black Flag, and I was playing Black Flag on the PS3. Probably completed it in like 2 days. And then, anyway, do I really want to bore you guys with... I know where I was for every AC game is what I'm trying to say. So I was thinking, Jonathan's Glasses Reflection showcased us AC1 Altair. Do you reckon? Do you reckon it did? Do you reckon it did? By the way, that was a Viking accent, but I need to stop doing it because my friends have told me it sounds like an Indian accent, and I really don't want to offend anyone. Bro, the worst thing happened the other day, right? I got into this thing because I've been watching a lot of I had been watching a lot of the Last Kingdom on Netflix. Don't know if you guys have seen that. Great show. And they've all got these Viking accents and everything. So I kept doing it. I kept doing the accent. And I think it's so good. I think it's like the perfect accent. But I did it to one of my friends, and he was like, "Bro, what are you doing? What are you doing?" There's like, And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, bro, we're in public in the middle of town. He's like, bro, you're doing like an Indian accent so loud. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm not doing an Indian accent. I'm doing a Viking accent. But then ever since my friend said that, I'm just, I don't know. I don't know if I can do it anymore. You know what I mean? I'm too scared. I'm not even going to do it now. Anyway, it is a great show. It is a great show. The movie that came out the other day, I watched it the other week. Just perfect. Perfect ending, you know? It was great. So I was thinking, reflection is Altair. Ashley says it's a good day in Baghdad, though. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, any theory is a good theory because nobody knows. I think I personally think it's... who knows if it even is Mirage, but, like, I think if it's going to be any Assassin's Creed game, it's probably more likely to be Mirage, just based on, the caption saying "Good Day in Baghdad," trying to be all poetic and mysterious. But you know what? It could be AC1. He could have just been messing around with us this whole time. Obviously, the gameplay's not AC1, but, you know. Will there be any more Mirage leaks? Probably in June. Well, we got the gameplay officially, hopefully. I think it's Basim. Yeah, it's probably Bass. It's probably my boy Bass, right? Do you know, I really hope, and I do think Basim is going to be a completely different character in Mirage than what we see him as in Valhalla. He's going to be way younger to start with. He's going to be sort of, at least at the beginning of the game, he's going to be pre-aware of this whole Loki character that he truly is, or was. I think we're going to see a more sort of, just a completely different sort of personality to Basim, I think. And I think he's going to be a lot more likable. You know, you could say, oh yeah, I quite liked Basim, but, you know, he was also a kind of dislikable when you know he's kind of low-key and he becomes a bit of a twat, you know what I'm saying? So, but I think, I think he's going to be a completely different character to start with, and we might then see that transition as the game goes along, because I do, again, a bit of speculation, another little theory. I think the game is going to take place over like 20 years or something. It's going to start out with him being Shut the fuck up, bro. Yeah, it's that annoying kid again. Anyway, what the frick was I saying? I think it's going to span from when he's probably like, what is it they say in the trailer, like 17 years old, and then like the game is going to end when he's like just before the events of Valhalla or something like that. Like maybe he's even going to meet Sigurd at the end of the game in Constantinople. Like maybe a cutscene shows of that. I don't know, but I think it's going to show a lot of the game. So I think it will bridge that gap between Mirage, him being a young assassin, bridge that gap between that, and then him becoming this, you know, aware of his previous life and the melding of those two personalities. And I think it will help us to understand Basim as a character a lot more. So then if we were then to go back and play Valhalla, we would then see Basim a lot differently, I think. We'd see him as more of like a... Well, I can actually forgive him turning against Abel here because, you know, we can see that transition. It wasn't easy for him. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I think, at least I hope that's the way it's going to go. For good storytelling, I think that's the way it should go, right? I mean, if I was to do it, that's probably what I'd do. But, don't know. I assume Roshan and Basim have a falling out since the mentor-apprentice relationship is always strained in AC. Kind of curious. Yeah, maybe. It might just be kind of like a Bellic and Arno type thing where, like, it's like a clash of ideology where, you know, Bellic does not agree with the political decisions the Order are making, and obviously Arno's like, bro, like, it is right because of this, because of that. You can't be turning against it. They have a fight. They love each other really, but they have a fight, and then one of them dies. You know, it might be a similar thing. Like, obviously we know Roshan's not going to die because she's in Valhalla, but it could be a similar thing. Like, you know, maybe Basim gets a more updated perception or view on the Assassin Order, the hidden ones at least. as he becomes more Loki, because he's getting more different personality traits. So he still believes in the Order, but he just sees it completely differently. And then Roshan's like, where's this come from? You didn't used to see it like this, and now you do, but this is such a confliction. We have completely different ideologies now. They fall out. Maybe that's something that happens. It could be. Oh. It could be something like that. That was quite sad in Unity, I thought, with that fight. That was one of my favourite parts of Unity, was when they had that fight. Because it wasn't just a bad guy fighting a good guy. It was like, they didn't really want to fight each other. They both didn't really. Even though Bellic was like, I'll have to do what I have to do or whatever, and so was Arnold. Like, they didn't want to. It gave me Obi-Wan and Anakin vibes, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, they love each other. They still do. But they're just consumed by the moment and the moments surrounding that moment and what led them there. And it's just, that is more important than anything else. And it's like, it's just good. I like it. Now, some would probably say, well, they could have executed it better in Unity. But yeah, sure. But you could say that about anything. And I really liked that part of the game, for sure. Yes, Basim's going to be probably more likable, less Loki, though I like him in Valhalla. Yeah, I'm not saying he's bad in Valhalla or anything. I'm just saying, when he turns against Eivor, your natural response is going to be like, oh, fuck that guy, because we're the character, But no, I'm with you there. Then we see some character development, hopefully. It's a Ubisoft game after all, so that's rare. Yeah, I mean, it's on the writers at the end of the day, isn't it? Obviously the higher-ups of Ubisoft probably get an overall say on what they want the game to portray when it comes to writing. But we'll just have to see what the writer of Mirage, what she can do, and how she does it. And we know that Darby is at least being a sort of aid here and there with writing. He's not writing the game, but he's not supervising is such like a, I don't really want to use the term supervising her, because she can do her own thing. She's an accomplished writer, I'm sure. So it's not really supervision, is it? But he's helping. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. He's giving notes here and there with the story of Mirage. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign that it is going to be a good story. I think it could be, because Darby also knows this is a return to roots, if that's what it is, which means he probably has more freedom to go into more of the philosophy of the Creed, and then balance that with the whole Loki side of the story. So I think it could be a really good story, and then if we're really lucky, gameplay could be fun. It could be more like the older gameplay. What's the word, executed better. It could just be more fun to play. We actually could get a good game. Somehow it might happen. And this is what I'm going to say, right? Maybe AC Mirage is the last straw for a good game. Maybe AC Mirage will be the last good Assassin's Creed game, and the rest of them will be trash. Even if that's the case, at least we might get one more good one. And if not, if it's bad, it's bad. We'll move on. We'll look to better games. But there's a chance it could be good, I think. And if it's good, I'm happy. And I'm going to die a happy man anyway, but I'll die an even happier man if Mirage is good. Yes. Gee, Subject 26 is in the chat. Are you from the AC universe? Did you know Desmond? To be honest, I always thought Basim Loki did nothing wrong. I mean, to his knowledge, it was kind of like you fucked. Well, let's look at it like this, right? Loki maybe didn't do anything wrong towards Odin, but Basim did something wrong towards Eivor, because Basim as a person and Eivor as a person had not. But Eivor as a person had not done anything to harm Basim. He'd only respected him and worked well with him. Just because he did something, Odin did something, and then it passed down, he got reincarnated. Sure, he has the memories of Odin, but he's not really Odin at this point, is he? He just has the memories of Odin. It's like Aita with John Standish, whatever he's called from Black Flag, and all of the sages. They're their own person, but they just have those retained memories of a past life. That's not their life anymore. They just have those memories, and they have, I guess, concentrations of the DNA. So I think Basim was wrong to get a revenge on Eivor and attack him and everything, and Sigurd. Because it wasn't their fault. It was the fault of their past life selves. But I wouldn't blame Loki, the person who Loki is, for taking it out on them, because in Loki's perception, Loki is that part of Loki, so he sees that part of Odin in Eivor and stuff like that. So it's a blur of the lines. You get those lines and you kind of just smudge them a little bit. That's kind of what it is. That's the way I see it anyway. Feel free to debate me on that one. I'm open to it. That's just the way I see it. May Sarah Bielu, I don't know how to say her name, guide us to salvation. I hope she does. I really do. If Mirage sucks, I'll look forward to Hex-A. I mean, to be honest, for me, if Mirage sucks, like, I'll stay up to date with the content. I think probably, unless whatever. But I will definitely not really give a fuck about Assassin's Creed anymore if Mirage sucks. Just because, like, I don't know. It's just like, if this one's bad as well, there's not going to be any more good ones, in my opinion. This is the only kind of chance. Like, this is a perfect setup for a good Assassin's Creed game. It really is a perfect setup for it. So if they fail on this, I don't think they're ever going to succeed again. And then I might just stick to the older games, like making Assassin's Creed lore videos. Obviously, I'll make all the Mirage content, but maybe after that, when Mirage wraps up and we've done all the content on that, I might move back to just lore videos, retrospectives on older games, stuff like that. And obviously, I do eventually want to branch out a little bit more to other games, kind of like I do here and there, but I want to do it on a larger extent, but later on down the line. Got all the time in the world, haven't we? So yeah, I don't know, but I will obviously still always keep up to date with it, because I'm always curious, at least. Basim did what was right for him. Like Connor said about Hatham. Yeah, like, what is right, and it is so subjective between different people. Like, I'm not going to say the name out loud because I'm live on TikTok and TikTok is so strict. But a name somebody's name that rhymes with Schmitschmer. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Well, unless he probably was just completely unhinged and evil, but maybe there was a shed of him, a shed of something in his mind where he thought what he was doing was right. I don't know, if you're unhinged enough. Same with, I don't know if I can say this name on TikTok either, so I'm going to say a name that why do I keep saying reminds? A name that rhymes with Schmutin. He's unhinged, but he probably is doing what he thinks is the right thing, even though it's not. So, what's right and what's wrong is completely subjective based on different people and different ways of life and how you grow up and how you see the world. And that's why storytelling on what's good and blurring the lines between good and bad and storytelling is so good, because you can really play into that. And it's interesting, it's intriguing. It's more, the more you can look into, the more you can think about it, the more fun it is. It's, I suppose you could even say, relatable for some people. So that's why I like it. But for people that like kind of base level storytelling because they just want to have a fun time and relax and switch off, I get that as well. I think there's certain games for that though, and certain games that aren't for that. And I think at least Assassin's Creed used to be not for that. Assassin's Creed used to be for good storytelling and a good story. But if you want a game where you can switch off, which again is completely fine, play some Call of Duty. You know what I mean? I have a friend who he has a PS5 and he's always played games like a fair amount, but he's not like a gamer. Like he's not like me or probably you guys. He's more, he'll play his FIFA games. He'll play his Call of Duty. He'll play GTA Online, but that's about it. Like he just switches off. He gets home from work. it'll switch the game on so he can switch his mind off, which again I completely understand. You know, all different people play games for different reasons, and sometimes I like to play games for that. Very rarely, but sometimes I have on my PC. I have this. It's like a modded. It's not Guitar Hero, but it's like that Clone Hero. It's called, and it's like people can import songs into Clone Hero, and you can play all these different songs. And it's like I play that to switch off, listen to some music, have a fun time. So I get it. And I don't play it very often. I only play it like once or a few times a year when my friend comes back home and has time to play it. But sometimes I play GTA Online with my friend, and it's fun. We just have fun. We switch off. We have a good time. So I get it. But mostly for me, I play video games to, you know, get immersed into this other world and to learn all these cool things and to learn these characters. You know, that's why I like it. It's the same with watching a movie to me, or reading a storybook. Not that I really read. I actually am listening to the Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring audiobook right now, which I've been listening to for like 4 months, but I've nearly finished it. I'm on the last chapter, so that's been fun. So I'm trying to get more into reading, but just listening to it because it's easier. However, yeah, that's kind of all I got to say about that, actually. What was your last good AC game? My last good AC game, the last AC game where I was like, that was freaking sick, mate. Origins. For me, it was Origins because although it was very different to the older games with gameplay and the way the format of the game was, I felt like it was good because it really showed in my opinion, a good origin story to the assassins, to how they came about, like their proper inception, or before the inception, you know, back when it was more of an idea, and then you can see the progression over hundreds and hundreds of years, thousands of years, how it became what it is today. And I really liked that. I really liked Bayek. He was a good character. I liked Aya. I mean, people are pretty mad about Aya's ending, right? Some people. That's a whole other conversation. But just as a character in herself throughout the game, I liked her. You know, the linear story of itself, I really liked. And when I go to replay it, just because I don't want to spend 50, 60, 70 hours playing it, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration for Origins, but what I do is, I know this is like not a real way of playing the game, but again, I only do this because if I just want to replay Origins, I'm there for the story. So what I do is I have this thing on my computer where you can add like cheats to any game. Obviously, you can't do it for online games because that's not allowed, you get banned, but like for single player games. And I have this like one hit kill thing, which I get on. I've only done this once when I replayed Origins, but I got this like one hit kill thing, so that basically I wouldn't have to level up to go through the story. I wouldn't have to go and do side stuff. I could just go straight through the main story, and I finished it in like 10 hours, 15 hours. But it was just cool because it just reminded me of how good the story was. But the world in itself is really good, and there is interesting side content in that game as well. So I did like that game. That's the last good AC game to me. Funny enough, I played Origins, and when I played it, I remember I didn't play it on release because it didn't really appeal to me. I thought it doesn't look like an Assassin's Creed game, so I didn't buy it. But then, when I built when it came out in 19, right? I was 2018. No, I was 18 in 2019. And I built a new PC for my 18th birthday because I got, you know, you're 18, you get a little bit extra money or something. So what I did is I built a PC, a new gaming PC with that, because the one I had since I was like 15, and it was like the specs were so shit. It was like a GTX 750 Ti. It was awful, and that was like I couldn't run anything on it, any new games. So I built a new PC, got like an RTX card, everything, and then I bought Odyssey because I had no games to play, and I thought, well, it might be good. So I bought it. I played through it, and then I remember it was back when I was in college. I got really sick, not like deathly sick, but I had like a really bad cold for like a good 2 weeks. So I didn't go into college because honestly, if I was in college, yeah, I would have been alright to work, but like I would have been distracting everybody because my coughing was constant and so bad. It just wasn't worth it. So I didn't go in for like 2 weeks, and I was just playing Odyssey for 2 weeks straight. And then I finished the game, and I enjoyed the gameplay. Like, I enjoyed running around, going into caves, killing all the Order Ancients. Like, that was like a bit of satisfying fun. But I did not like the story. I did not like the characters. I did not like the tediousness of what it actually ended up feeling like after about 30 hours or probably 10 hours. You know, I disliked way more about it than I liked. But that being said, I still weirdly enjoyed playing it. Like, I enjoyed the arcadey feel of it. And again, that's not what I want in an Assassin's Creed game going forwards. That's what I want in a random game that I can just play. But that's what Assassin's Creed Odyssey felt like to me. Just a random game that I could play that had nothing to do with the Assassins. So I don't like Odyssey, and I would never replay it, because I feel like what kept me going through that game when I played it, kind of the same with Valhalla, I didn't know what was going to happen next. There might be assassins around the corner. I'm going to keep playing to find out. You know, you keep playing to find out. So then when you go to replay it, you know exactly what it's going to be, and you know it's a bit of a bore fest. You're like, I cannot be asked. So yeah, that's how I felt. But yeah, Origins was the last good game for me when it comes to Assassin's Creed. But before Origins, Syndicate, I didn't like Syndicate. Honestly, I know a lot of people like Syndicate, but I really didn't like it. I thought it was a joke. Like, they just made it a joke, though. And I know loads of people are going to start saying in the chat, like, well, you know, the story would have been good if they let Evie be the antagonist and this and that. But I think even then, would it have still been good? Because the writing was trash either way. You know, it was these corny jokes that, okay, if it was actually funny, I might laugh. But it wasn't funny. It was just corny. And I was like, oh, you're cringing me out right now with your jokes. And it was very base value writing, where it was like, you know, oh, we're going to go here to do that. Jacob, you have a tendency for brattishness, don't you? And it's like, obviously, I'm exaggerating. They obviously didn't say these things, but what I'm trying to say is they had to point out everything like you're a little kid. I like being able to read between the lines, and it was just so stark contrast to like games like the AC1 being such a read between the lines, such a nuanced nuanced storytelling, to a game like Syndicate where it was literally as opposite of that as you could get. So that's why I didn't like Syndicate. I enjoyed the gameplay of it. Like, I thought the zip wire was a bit stupid because it eliminated the use for parkour, and Assassin's Creed is kind of all about parkour. But apart from that, I liked the black box missions. I thought they were a massive step up from Unity's. I liked the throwing knife system where you could actually aim it. I liked that. I liked the world of London itself. It was amazing to explore Victorian London, because no game had really properly done Victorian London before. There was the Order 1886 that was a PS4 exclusive that had Victorian London, but it was an alternate reality version of it, very steampunk-like, so it wasn't exactly Victorian London. But so, no, to my knowledge, no game had properly done Victorian London before in the way that Syndicate did, so I liked all of that stuff. But I just didn't like the game, and I was disappointed by it. Unity I liked a lot, which is a hot take to some, but I did like Unity. So there you go. That was kind of the way it is for me. But what about you guys? I'm sure you've said while I was talking about that. Origin stealth is amazing. I'd say it's better than the Ezio trilogy. Well, yeah, because I appreciated stealth in the newer games a lot more because you can actually crouch. You know, in the older games, you utilized social stealth in the older games, didn't you? Which was good in of itself. But I did appreciate when crouching and proper stealth became an option. What I would like in Mirage, though, is for them to properly blend good social stealth with the option of, crouching and physical stealth, if you want to call it that. Valhalla tried it, but the social stealth in Valhalla was a bit too... It didn't work that well, did it really, you know? It wasn't seamless because you had to hold down Y for like 3 seconds to then blend and you get spotted, and it was like, Whereas if it was more seamless, like in the Ezio games, I feel like it would have worked better. So hopefully they can do that with Mirage. Syndicate is a joke story-wise. Gameplay also feels too restricted. Yeah, I mean, you can't even jump off buildings, right? Yeah, I don't even think you can jump off buildings. In a game where it's all about jumping and climbing, you can't jump off buildings. It's a bit weird. Subject 26 says, finished Odyssey's base game, could not continue with the DLC, had to level up and get 1 level. I had to do 4 side quests. I'm guessing you're from what I read from what you've just said there, I'm guessing you're basically just saying it was too hard, not too hard, but it was too much of a slugfest, right? Yeah. Whisper Shadow says, so it was year 2011 and I was 9 years old and I was already familiar with my PSP, and one day my mum came home and she said that there's a co-worker's son didn't want the PSP and gave it to you. Oh, interesting. So let me try and rephrase that so I can. I'm so bad at reading people's stuff. You wanted a PSP basically, and then eventually your mum brought you back a PSP because the son didn't want it. What son doesn't want a PSP? Bro, we love PSP. I love my PSP. I've actually been playing it again recently. I've been playing Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy on it. It's been quite fun. I've been unlocking all the secret characters and stuff. Like when I'm bored at home or I'm in bed or something, I'll just do a quick level in Lego Star Wars before I go to bed. It's been quite fun. Finished Legacy of the First Blade, got to the Underworld in Atlantis DLC and quit. Yeah, I'm guessing Legacy of the First Blade was kind of fun because it was more assassin-y, but the Atlantis DLC was a 2 fantasy, I guess, right? I didn't actually play those DLCs because I couldn't face it. So you know better than me. AC Bloodline. Yeah, sorry, Whisper Shadows. I'm still reading what you're saying here. So next day, brought your PSP to school and showed your friends the AC Bloodlines, and it was like, doesn't look like much. It doesn't look like there's much. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's taken me a while to like analyze what you're saying, but yeah. And then they realized it was Assassin's Creed. It was at that time everyone was praising AC Brotherhood, so I played and instantly fell in love with it. Oh, that's cool. Also at the time when I didn't know much English yet, a few weeks later, everybody I saw promotional images of Revelations, and then I realized it was only on PC. Now that's cool. So basically you're saying that's how you got into the Assassin's Creed series. You got a PSP from your mum's co-worker. You got Assassin's Creed Bloodlines for it. You had a good time playing Bloodlines. You realised, oh, this is a really cool series. There's more coming. And you got into it that way. That's really cool. I love to hear people's sort of experiences with it, for sure. Because, you know, I have my own, but everybody else has got their own as well. So it's cool to, like, all hear each other's stories. Yeah, bro wrote a whole essay. Yeah, I love it, though. I love it. Keep them coming. The use of sleep darts, fire, smoke, body decay, whistling, different bows, using the eagle to attract enemies, was good for AC Origin stuff. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's all about the system, the gameplay system, but then it's all about the tools which they implement as well, which then you can use that system to your advantage. It's like with I mean, it's not the same, but like with Breath of the Wild, Zelda. You know, you have this insane physics system, but then you have all these tools that go with it that complement the physics system, and then the physics system complement the tools, and it works in tandem. It's like with stealth. I'm not saying we want a physics system like Breath of the Wild and Mirage, but what I'm saying is it would be really cool to have a great stealth system that works in tandem with all the tools that we get, and we know we are getting quite a lot of assassin tools, so I guess that's kind of likely. And you know what, guys? I think I'm probably going to leave it there because I've got a few things I want to do today, and it's getting on, and we've been going for over an hour, haven't we? So I think I'm going to leave it there. I'll double check back to TikTok, how many people were watching. We'll end the TikTok one first so we can see what the views were saying and stuff. So TikTok people, see you later, TikTok people. YouTube people, hang on a minute. How do I end it on TikTok? End live. I went for 97 minutes. I got 64 total views. I got 1,000 likes. Gee, that doesn't make any sense to me. 66 total views. So 60. Let me show you guys this on screen. I don't think it's showing any sensitive info. No. Let me. Right, give me a sec. I know it's going to show the internet. No, it's not. There we go. So look here. This live is longer, whatever. 62 views, that's 62 different people. And then 1.2k likes. Well, how does that work then? How do 1,000 people like the video when only 60 people saw it? That doesn't make sense to me. And 1 new follower. Cool. Honestly, I need to look into that because that does not make a ton of sense to me. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Let me just read chat one more time before we go. Oh, Assassin's Creed Shorts, man. I'm literally just going. I'm literally heading off now.
If you want to tune in to the live and see what we talked about today, just rewind it a little bit. And we had a fun time today. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there because as I said, I got some things to do. I want to see if any of my friends are about later on. I've got to wash my clothes. I've got to wash the dishes. I got a few things to do. So, love you guys, mate. I'm standing guidance. This time I'm actually gonna get the end live ready. I'm gonna do it. Love you guys, mate. The Father Understanding Guidance. Love you guys, mate. The Father Understanding Guidance. Alright, guys. I'll see you later. I love you all. What do I usually say? What do I say? Wait, what the fuck do I say? Confuse myself now. As she said, just got to say this is a great time to go live. For sure. I don't know if I'm always going to be free on Saturdays, though. You know what I mean? It's so, my schedule is so all over the place. It's really hard to stick to a certain time. So yeah, but if I can do more stuff like times like this, then for sure I'll definitely do it. Dishwashing streams, hell yeah! Next week, mate. That's what we're doing. We're doing next week a dishwasher stream where we wash up the dishes together. all right, guys. Peace be with you all. Love you all. May the Father and Son of God. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.